recording has now begun. I call this meeting to order at 10:13 a.m. On August 3rd, 2024. There we go. And let's see. Wait, what? What happened here? Okay, so apparently, did I edit this one? I did not edit this one, but I gave it the wrong name. Okay, sorry, I made a duplicate of last week's already, and it's like the name changed, but nothing else. One second. July, and then this one we edit the. No, wait. July 27th. And then this one we edit August 3rd, the one I've been working on already. Okay.
By the way, there's going to be a lot of background noise, so if I forget to turn off my mic, just let me know, guys.
Alright, yeah, no problem. Peter. Alright. In attendance is James Bates, Stephen Moore, and Peter Stevens. Alright, call to order, attendance. I assume we've all been over the meeting minutes well enough. If we're concerned about that, if not, go ahead and speak up. Alright, standing topics, administration. Wait, yeah, let me mark this. 10:13. Okay. Let's see. So the non-profit administration, I still need to follow up with some of the fundraising and grant opportunities. Though I would like a bit of a report, if you got anything to update, James, on grants.
No update, sorry.
All good. Now that'll take a minute, just to let others know. I connected James with some material for helping with learning about grants and how to create them. He's generously offered to be our point man on grant writing in the near future. Let's see. So on the financial report, we have a service charge again, $20 being charged to us for our checking account by the bank. Those usually I just have to call the bank and tell them, hey, reverse it and stop charging us because we're a nonprofit, and then they reverse it and stop doing it. Just need to make sure I get on that, so it is one of my action items. Next, we have Hack Night Initiative Report. So what do we recall from Hack Night this week? I remember having a lot of fun. There was a newcomer, Tim, I remember. I do feel a little concerned that he might have felt like he was kind of left in a corner with nobody to talk to for a minute, and ended up piecing out a little early because of it. I'm not sure exactly if that's what happened, but I did feel a little distracted and torn between him. So hopefully we get to see him again and shine more interest into what's going on with him, because he did seem like an interesting guy. Do you recall other things going on at Hackney, James?
No.
So a little fun that I had was going over things with our boy Chris, was it? On crypto. He's been showing me very specific wallets that he uses. He's on point. At first I was skeptical, and I just threw my money that is kind of lost in the crypto ether anyway into one of the wallets, and it actually by the end of the week had passed through, and I actually had Bitcoin. So next is getting that to become some Monero. I'll be double checking on that, and then seeing more about fine tuning and actually feeling like I got control over these wallets, because a lot of them, they're just way more confusing than they need to be. He's been showing me Cake Wallet particularly, and some cool little ways to just make fast transactions with crypto and not have to worry about the fees eating up everything. So that was fun. Let's see. So yeah, newcomer Tim and also learned a little crypto wallet stuff. All right, next 3D printing class. So I should really just be giving an update on like how's the cleaning of my house going. It's still making progress because I need to do that before I'm gonna be able to tackle the 3D printing. I'm definitely hard decided though because I know we just need to think about the money separately, and we can just make this into the dream we want it to be first and foremost. So I'm definitely gonna get the most updated Neo, and I don't know. Maybe I could still try to pinch pennies around grabbing a ThinkPad straight off of the next swap meet, the TRW swap meet. Because if I grab a cheap ThinkPad off of there and it's under 200, because I know a brand new ThinkPad's not going to be under 200. It's not going to be dirt cheap. They get really cheap when they're like just a few generations old, but they're still really good. But if I get a good cheap one like that to show these kids and help them and set all that up with the newest Neo 3D Ender 3 Neo 3D printer, then I think it's just best to have that course set up with all the fixings for that level, buying everything fresh except for maybe the laptop, and then being ready to just get funded for that, right? For that alone, then we can be able to like roll out the classes once the funding's there. Let's see. So yeah, but James Ellis, he still seems busy. I did message him a couple weeks ago, didn't hear back from him. We can keep nudging him later when we're looking for the money and funding and space to do it out of. Next, newsletter. Oh, I did actually run into Taylor. Taylor came. I'll put that in there. Taylor made it to Hack Night. This week, and I was able to nudge him about the newsletter. He's just been real busy at home, but he does intend to get back to us when he can. It's not that hard of a thing for him, just a matter of being able to find that time. So he's been prodded about it. It'll hopefully come around in the near future. Trivia night. Peter, have you gotten much more questions, factoids posted to you besides what I sent?
No, nothing since what you said.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I mean that's okay. I think the main thing is we want to source topics. Obviously, we can't source questions from potential candidates. But yeah, I haven't. Oh, hold on, Diego. Okay, he's gone. Yeah, now that I'm back, I should have time to work on the questions myself. That's going to be my first priority is working on those and then just developing the format. So yeah, that'll be my next priority.
Gotcha. So yeah, yeah. My thing was, I mean, yes, some of our guys would be involved in it. I think it'd be fair enough to like split our guys up if they were contributing to the factoids suggestions. but I do think it's good to have like these chosen factoids from our members that are important to them or like in their personal development. Like they feel like those facts are
Yeah,
better known or
yeah.
better off knowing those facts.
I think it's crucial to get a feel from people what they're interested in, because if I just write all the questions myself, it's going to be the stuff that I know, you know,
Yes.
and the stuff that like I wish I would get asked during a trivia night because I would get it right and I would win. But yeah, it's better to get like some of these topics that I don't really know anything about, like crypto, for example. I've never taken like an interest in crypto, but there will be people who are in the audience who are interested in that and might want to have questions related to that. So I think it would be good to source topics from people, especially somewhat more nuanced ones, not necessarily like broad, like programming. But one thing that kind of happens when we just put a message into the chat is there's a little bit of bystander effect. Everybody kind of just assumes someone else is going to say it. So it might be better to get this feedback from people, maybe from Hack Night, right? Like just ask people, hey, like if we did trivia night, what kind of questions would you want to see?
Okay.
That way they can just kind of answer there and then. I can take notes and make sure that we're getting a broad, topic range.
Okay. So that is kind of what I've done. I have been. Hold on. Oh man, this whole time. Freaking, I don't know what's with OBS, but it's like got the image adjusted way off the edge. Okay. Sorry for viewers at home. There we go. That's fixed at least. So I was thinking we have so what I've been doing is asking them like to send you topics while I've been at Hack Night, and they seem like they're excited about the idea, but none of them apparently took action. So yeah, so that's probably a good idea, just to take notes, ask them about what topics they'd like to see right there and then.
Yeah, I might just like show up with a pad and just like write it down and just ask them point blank.
Sweet. So that works. Also, I mean, I guess it just stands to reason from what has come to mind and I've given you so far is definitely two topics or areas that I think are really good for our purposes are going to be science fiction and in particular like tech inspired, like actual philosophical concepts or technical concepts that are important in terms of like futurism and technology and what's been predicted, like from science fiction. And then evolution, natural selection. Gotta throw that out there.
Okay.
It's because people don't understand it, and there's a lot to biodiversity and the ways in which natural selection actually works that I'd really like for lay people to get a much bigger idea about.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So yeah.
I think in the long run, it would be best to have a small group that writes the questions or sources them, partly for diversity and partly for like fact checking, especially if it's a group of people with mostly non-overlapping interests.
Right.
But yeah, start. Let's just get some. Let's just make a mess and clean it up. Like just get out there, do it, see what we did wrong, and make improvements.
That works.
Like I'm kind of anticipating that like whatever I put out there is probably it's gonna be challenging with the diversity of the audience. It would be too easy to focus on one group or another group, or maybe write stuff that's too technical for the young newcomers or too simple for the seniors. So I think it'll just be a matter of experimentation. Just try it out and see, get feedback, see what people didn't like.
All right. So I'm just taking the notes here on the minutes. That night in person. General topics. And what was that last part? Oh, also try putting some things together and getting a team
We could just stay here.
checkers to balance out and see what happens. Bam. Okay. I'm done. Yeah. So that should be good. So I put we should try from Peter. We should try asking at Hack Night in person and take notes on general topics that are interesting people. So just make better English that are interesting people. Also try putting some things together and getting a team of fact checkers to balance out and see what happens. Alright. On to Our Generation Cares. James, any news? I know you already told me the news of there was a break in destroying things, but nothing major lost or broken so far. So yeah, unfortunate thing to have happened at We Labs. Some crazy homeless person apparently broke in. Aside from that, James, do you have updates from Our Generation Cares and any possible collab or development going on their way?
Well, in 3 weeks, the car and driver program should be over, and then from there, I think we can have that conversation. I think, however, like if, let's say, for instance, you wanted to host a trivia night here, then we would probably have to rent the space for, I don't know what the rates are, but yeah, it would, that's sort of like the feeling that I'm getting. Yeah, and I say that because we had this one guy, his name is Eric Stamps. We had a meeting with him earlier this week, and he's a very well-connected guy in the skateboarding industry and community. And he wanted to throw an event here in the parking lot, but you know, after deliberation with Alba, it's in order for us to justify that, like we need to have something to present that's much more concrete. Well, he needs to have something to present that is much more concrete and something that makes sense to the landlord. So, you know, just seeing that, I feel like if we're gonna do any type of collaboration with We Labs, then we'll probably have to, you know, put some money down in whatever it is that we do.
Well, we might be able to get like snacks and what have you, but I thought the relationship that Alba was offering is that she'd grant us space as like a nonprofit.
I mean, she's already granted us space as a nonprofit by letting me have all my music equipment here. And that's pretty big, you know. The only thing that I really did was I staked the music studio where it's like, hey, if things don't work out, then everything that I own is yours now, which is equivalent to $20,000 to $25,000.
this was said with this is uncoded or Alba that's getting all of that stuff.
Well, it's, I mean, at this point in time, like, the only thing that I haven't done is done a music studio inventory and, evaluated everything. But essentially, right now, in order for us to do, in order for us to look like we're not just nonprofit pimps, I volunteered my studio and said, hey, if it helps with Our Generation Cares, you can list my my music equipment as assets.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's an even exchange there in that like the equipment's being kept there, but our generation cares can use it freely, right? While we're not using it. So I'm wondering maybe if it'd be fine to try and utilize that maybe that area like worst case scenario for just the music studio area for trivia nights.
That wouldn't work because the music studio is a music studio is a music studio. And it's, to host a trivia night in the music studio, like, there had to be some sort of exchange, or some type of donation to Our Generation Cares for that to justify it.
Yeah, we I guess we can talk to Alba about alternatives, but that wouldn't work. Like we just sooner go to a restaurant or something to do a trivia night and work it out with them.
Yeah, my impression from like a month ago when she joined the meeting was that she was kind of interested in it as sort of a collaborative thing and not just that she was hosting us for our thing. Like, would the OGC, members or attendees be interested in joining our event? Is that the expectation?
Yeah, because that was the idea. Is we're doing it for the youth. Like we're networking with the youth.
So I would certainly expect that if her group and our group are viewing it as a joint event, then then that would just sort of be what her contribution to the event is, and our contribution is organizing it and hosting it. But that's my understanding, and maybe there's a gap in our understanding.
Yeah. We can also list B Labs as a sponsor.
Yeah, let me make a note of this right now, just so that I can present clearly to Alba what the intention is, what the intention will be, and so that way, the expectations are clear.
Managed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the crucial thing to clarify is, does she view it as a joint event, as in it's her group and our group together having a trivia night, or does she view it as their space is being, rented to us for our event?
Yeah, because, this is a great space, right? But, the thing about it being a great space is that rent is due, right?
Yeah.
And because rent is due, think like, money moves need to be made. And, I'm just as concerned about making rent for this place as she is, and so I got my notebook right here. Let me just open up this door real quick. Oh, somebody already come in. Hey, Angel.
How are you?
Good, man. Just in the middle of a meeting right now. So, what I'm gonna do is right here, I'm gonna write uncoded trivia night event expectations. So you guys were expecting. Can you guys reiterate for me again, please?
So my understanding was we would be contributing to the community by networking with the youth and essentially having this fun event with the youth that are, wanting to have some guidance and direction and what have you. So it'd be kind of our way of giving back would be hosting this trivia night, which would be actually full of a bunch of trivia that's beneficial to them. And with that, we would also connect. We would have an opportunity to mentor and discuss, directions of what they're trying to go in and what have you, and be just this collaborative social event between the two nonprofits, Our Generation Cares and Uncoded.
So I think the short way of saying that is OGC and Uncoded are mutual stakeholders in this event, and so the understanding we had was that we would be contributing equally. Like we contribute the organization and the hosting, and they would contribute the space.
Uncoded contributes. Say that again. Uncoded contributes what?
The hosting.
Organization and hosting.
What was that first word before hosting?
Organization or planning. Let's say planning.
Organization / planning. And then OGC contributes the space.
So I guess, if she doesn't view it as an equal stake we both have, right? That they have an interest, their audience has an interest in this event. If she views it more as just this is we have a stake in it, it's our event, then yeah, it would make sense that she would want to charge us rent for it. But I just didn't get that impression.
Right. Also, you can offer to her that we are willing. We would be happy to post We Labs as a sponsor of Uncoded on our website.
Oh, that post We Labs as a sponsor on the Uncoded website. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Uncoded Trivia Night event expectations. Host a trivia night that benefits the youth, a collaborative social event. OGC and Uncoded are mutual stakeholders. Uncoded contributes hosting and organizing, planning. OGC contributes to space. And then Uncoded would be willing to post We Labs as a sponsor on the Uncoded website.
Hosting is ambiguous because it could mean hosting in the sense of, let's say MC.
Okay, MC. A trivia night that benefits the youth, a collaborative social event. Cool. So emceeing a trivia night that benefits the youth, a collaborative social event. OGC, Uncoded are mutual stakeholders. Uncoded contributes hosting and organization and planning, space, and then Uncoded post We Labs as a sponsor on the Uncoded website. Are there any other things that we could that you guys got in mind so that when I pitch this, like it's a home run?
No. I mean, I don't think you need to pitch it. I think you just need to kind of take the pulse, right? Kind of get what her impression was. Just because that's, just to clarify that the impression that we have is correct or incorrect.
All right, yeah. it would probably help if you guys were to come to the casino fundraiser that we're having that's supposed to be going down this month.
When is it?
That is going to be August 24th from 7 to 11.
Okay.
What day of the week is that?
The August 24th is going to land on a Saturday.
I might possibly be able to make it.
Yeah, there's early bird donation for $40, and then it's $50 at the door.
All right.
So I gotta jump off in a few minutes. I don't want to force the agenda out of order, but is there anything that you guys want to make sure that I stay for before I gotta go?
Well, I'm glad you're alive, dude, and I miss you. And I love
Me
you.
too. I miss you. I love you too.
Yes.
Yeah, get that in minutes.
Yeah.
Carve it in a tree.
Love you. Miss you. Let's see. We offer pushing being a sponsor. Whoops. On the affiliated site. Okay.
And then this isn't really. This is just a quick thing I want to say before I jump off. One thing we should think about, we can talk about like plan this another time, but I think it would be good to do another flyering round before the school year starts. So like mid to late August, like right before, and we should include LBCC in our round.
I am into it.
Like I think we should be ready to get the most out of the new school year.
Yeah, bro, let's do that. As soon as you get back, man. As soon as you get back, let's do that.
After I get back, let's do it right before, just so that the flyers are definitely still up.
Yeah, all right.
I'll be staying for at each place, you know.
Then I'll take on that. I'll make sure I still got flyers, so let me. I still gotta detail your place, bro.
All right.
I want to make sure that when you come back home, like you're gonna come back home to a clean spot, and you're gonna be like, yeah, I can trust James with my plate, and my car. Like I want you to feel like I'm that horse that you can bet on. So,
All right.
let me detail your spots. So, and if you can give me let me know when you're exactly gonna come by, so that way I know how much time I might have left. I know when I can go pick up cleaning supplies and do the thing. I want your place to be immaculate, bro, because I'm so grateful for what you did for me.
All right, sounds good. I'll text you. There's some like personal developments I'll let you know about that are the reasons that there's still uncertainty about my return date.
For sure, man. For sure. And just stay awake and stay alive for me, dude, because I need you.
All right. Will do.
All right, family. Then I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Take care, Peter.
All right. See ya. Bye.
Okay. Now let's see. Moving on to QuickBooks. I have no update for that. But we'll probably I'll definitely get around to doing more with it soon. There's actually
sorry, look, I'm gonna do the best I can to make this uncoded trivia night thing happen, even if that means that I gotta go out of pocket for it. Okay? So just
don't even go that far. Like we'll make something work. And it'll be mutually beneficial for Our Generation Cares and for Alba. Do understand, and you can let her know this. Like, I know exactly where she's coming from as a business owner, needing to make money for WeLabs. And my hope is not so much that we can be renting her space from her, but that we can help advertise her space. so that it gets rented.
All right, for sure. Let me make a note of that. People.
Yeah, because that's what Uncoded's role as a nonprofit in here would be until we get our own funding. Now, she points out the grants and stuff, and we get that stuff rolling. Totally different picture. We've got a significant amount of money just constantly rolling in, and I can even hire people. I'm definitely going to make some points to be like, yeah, let's splurge on a little space from Alba and make some really fun parties happen.
All right, for sure. Well, I got about 11 minutes left before the car and driver pops off, but I just wanted to, let you know that, like, if it comes down to it, man, like, I will go out of pocket to make this trivia night happen.
Yeah, there'll be no need to go that far with it. There's better ways to use your money is what I would say to that. And to the effect of being charitable, like not saying don't be charitable with your money, but that's my only pushback is like we got better ways to make that work. All right. That being said, since you're in a hurry, let me just go over your own action items real quick. We got talking to Alba about trivia night now. I just put that down, and discussing audio production class curriculum with Peter at some point. So yeah, he's still out and about. We still got to make time to get our boy back. he's just off seeing the world and traveling. They grow up so fast, you know.
Yeah. Facts.
That being said, yeah, there's just going over my own for the rest of this is call farmers and merch to stop the service charges. I gotta meet with Peter about trivia night as well. Quickbook lessons number 2 with Lawrence. Uploading the board meeting videos. I got one from last week uploaded, so that's good. More on registration for charities from Alba I need to learn about. Constructing a lesson plan for the 3D printing course and reaching out to Alba for even more collab opportunity. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I can just quickly call this meeting adjourned at 10:51 a.m. August 3rd, 2024.
All right, man. I will talk to you. I will see you on Tuesday.
Sounds good. Take care, buddy.
You too.